Hey there, welcome back to ZeitgeistOG. Fatman and Skeletor here.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another Godzilla review.
We know it's been a while. We do actually have a lot of stuff in the works, so keep checking back in.
Once every few months.
Surprisingly, we've been gaining subscribers through a month with no videos, so it's kind of cool. So maybe we should just not upload things.
Yeah, that works out well.
So we are checking out Hanna-Barbera Godzilla again today, and the episode we're looking at today is the Cyborg whale.
I want to say this is episode 20?
Yeah, 20-something. I feel like I say this every single time we do one of these, but this is probably the weirdest one yet. The crazy thing about it is there's no supernatural going on, there's no aliens, there's no other world, and it's still weird as shit.
I think part of that is the lack of context, because it opens with us just being dropped into the middle of something.
I actually asked him to... I was sending a text right when he started the video, and I actually asked him to... like a minute and a half in, I'm like, can we just start over? Did I miss something?
No, you missed absolutely nothing. This episode is just confusing as shit.
It really is. It just dropped, and... I was thinking maybe later in the episode they would have like one line of dialogue to just address this issue, and they never did, so you never do understand how they know about any of this. It's a very frantic episode. Like it's loud, it's constantly moving. There's never really any moments of levity, and it's kind of a headache of an episode, actually.
Yeah, there were a few parts where I thought maybe like the file we were watching was corrupted, but no, that's just the computers in the background of each scene constantly clicking and whirring.
Yeah.
Because it's like 1970s technology, and a computer will take up an entire fucking building.
Yeah, everything's blinking and moving, and...
Also... at the start of this, they mentioned how the ship the whale is indestructible, and that it'll be fine in the storm. But the Calico will be destroyed. Meanwhile, the storm messes up the whale, and the Calico is just fine.
It's safe.
One lightning strike, the whale goes berserk.
It's on fire.
It's on fire. At one point, we find a computer room flooded with water. It's no big deal. It's just supposed to be like that, I guess.
The episode, it's a pretty cut and dry one. They locate a cyborg whale.
An ocean harvester.
That's capable of digging stuff up from under the sea. They have machines that hook up to this whale. They have the blueprints.
I mean, it works, I guess. There's a slight air of mystery to it. I thought that maybe there was someone on the whale at first. But no, this is, like you said, it's a pretty cut and dry episode. Also, holy crap, the animation is just so poor in this episode.
Yeah, this is for being episode 20, which this series only ran for 26 episodes. So, being such a later run episode, there are so many points where you're just watching a character do something and everything in the background is just frozen.
Godzilla's constantly changing size from scene to scene.
Oh my god. He is not the same in any of these. The lightning,
The lightning strikes the ground and just follows the dude who's running.
Which is great, because there's a point where they're getting in the whale and it's clear skies, then out of nowhere it's just ominous as shit.
Within 2 seconds.
And he's like, oh no, a storm's coming. We got time.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Like 20 seconds later, the earth starts imploding and they're like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's storm?
That's too bad we didn't see this coming.
And then after that, Godzilla just drags them. It's like he drags them into a new frame and the storm is over.
Yeah, that's literally what he does. Also, the way they animate Godzilla coming out of the water, it looks like it's incredibly shallow, like he's standing ankle deep, and yet he's able to hide his entire body underwater.
What I thought was funny is Godzilla rescues them. They take the Godzuki ruins like the lifeboat, so they wind up taking a mini-copter over to the cyborg whale, and Godzilla rescues them when the lightning strikes and takes down the copter, but then he puts them right back on the cyborg whale instead of back on the Calico.
Godzilla's a creature, he's not smart. I guess. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of questionable shit going on here. Also, this motherfucker just Morse code. Godzilla knows Morse code.
Yeah, Godzilla apparently knows Morse code.
Wow.
Which was great.
Okay. So you can speak complicated sentences to this motherfucker. Okay.
There's some very, very, very fine racial caricature work going on as well.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
we get to the island of Honolulu.
There's some characters who look like they're straight out of Johnny Quest.
And it's great because, like, everybody else they show on the island's like a normal white person, except for these three guys that are in a boat that are just like, I don't know if they belong in the jungles of India or they belong on
They're just
Hawaii.
generic brown people from Hawaii. I mean, Hawaii brown people fish without shirts in the water, right? That's what they do. Maybe wear little loincloths.
So at some point, the whale starts controlling itself and speeding along, and the whole thing really tail ends with them trying to stop it from colliding into the island.
Okay, maybe this is because it's so old. It's before all that technological crap, but I feel like they missed a beat by not having some sinister AI controlling this. It's purely lightning frying circuits, and the ship goes on autopilot.
Yeah, the villain really here is lightning.
Yeah.
The storm.
I really thought, when the doors started locking, I really thought that there was somebody hiding in the ship. Then I thought the AI turned evil and took over.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, it's...
No, it's just purely coincidence and incompetence.
So their solution is... This whale, by the way, just every time Godzilla tries to stop it, it just bitch smacks him out of the way.
Yeah, this thing is way more powerful than it should be.
So their solution is to have Godzilla catch it, which was a problem the entire episode because he couldn't. And he turns the fin so the whale just goes in circles till it runs out of gas, and that's how they solve this problem.
I will say, though, the reason it didn't work before is because Godzilla was trying to handle it head on.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
In the final one, he just kind of caught up with it, which also, by the way, how fast is this thing?
Yeah.
Because it got a head start on the Calico, and the Calico still beat it to Hawaii. And Godzilla is shown at several different points to be able to just kind of swim way faster than this. He dug a trench through an island faster than this thing.
There's also... Yeah. He dug a whole ass canal.
Yeah.
There's also some really funny continuity errors with the animation in this one. Like, there's a scene where Quinn and I forgot the guy's name on the Calico, and
Dr. Hank Henry
and this professor are in a room, and it starts doing insane close-ups on their faces.
Yeah.
And it looks like there is another woman in the room that we've never seen before, and it was just because the coloration on Quinn was off so horribly bad. I had to have Skeletor rewind that too, because I'm like, who is that?
I mean, to be fair, Hanna-Barbera does that kind of like shitty coloring quality a lot, where like you can tell which boulder is going to drop off the mountain because it's colored differently. So I can understand why an up-close shot of a face would be so weirdly colored. That's fine. But for some reason, this episode in particular decided to do lots of close-ups and facial reactions,
which are all hilarious.
Part of what makes them hilarious is they're so short. Like, it's just long enough for you to register in your brain what you're looking at, and then it's gone.
It's very, like, blink and you'll miss it. Type things. And even as we're rewatching now, because we always leave the episode on mute and put it up in the background while we're talking about this, even rewatching now, there's a couple I realized I missed on the first watch through. Honestly, there hasn't been an episode of the show I can't recommend just because they're all insane.
I mean, they're recommendable on the same level as like a Scrappy-Doo episode. It's not something you're going to go out of your way to watch, but if it's on, it's laughably bad.
It's a funny train wreck. Yeah, it's like if The Room was turned into a TV series, I'd imagine it would have this level of batshit watchability. One final note for me also, like, Godzuki had nothing to do in this episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I felt like he just showed up a lot to make random noises, and they kept trying to find a way to implement him, but this was a very, like, let's use Godzilla heavy episode.
Yeah.
There was none of that wait till the midpoint when things get really bad and call Godzilla. Like, they were calling Godzilla every 2 seconds.
Yeah, they called him a lot, but he was always, like, maybe 5 feet away from them.
Yeah, even when they didn't call him, he was a part of the action. That was, unless you have anything else to add, I think that's pretty much it. This is just a really...
Alright, out of the 3 episodes we've seen so far, which of the three bad guys would you say is the biggest challenge to Godzilla?
So far, lightning. A really bad storm has been his worst enemy so far.
Lightning and a berserk computer. Yeah.
Technology is Godzilla's downfall. But till next time, we've been Fat Man and Skeletor. Thanks for watching ZeitgeistOG. We do have a lot coming up. There's some Animaniac stuff that's going to be coming to light because of the reboot. I am working on a secret worst to best that has just been a huge pain in my ass. I've
that thing.
invested 100 hours of gameplay into it so far, and I am not even at the midpoint of the series yet.
Yeah, let that be a little teaser for you. He's playing a series.
Because the only, out of the 9, there'll actually be another hint for you, there will be 10 installments by the time I'm done, but I am not playing the 10th one because it just looks awful. Out of the 9, I've previously only played 3.5, so a lot of it is brand new to me, and I'm playing them all. I'm not just, no, that would be too much of a spoiler. Either way, we got stuff. We got stuff.
There's stuff coming.
Also, I finally got a copy of Digimon Evolution Last Kaizanu, so that too. There's a lot of stuff on the way, so just keep up.
What is a Kaizanu?
I don't know. I'm assuming I'll find that out.
Okay.
For ZeitgeistOG, why don't you hit that bell, that subscribe button. Make sure you hit all notifications too, because YouTube just sucks with that. They're really bad with it.
Stay clean, wash your hands, and
Always keep 6 inches from everybody.
yes, keep 6 inches at all times.